Hey everyone, Electric Gypsy Blues here, and first of all, I just want to give a big thanks to Metalhead Hippie and the Metalhead Hippie Show. I know they aired last night, and they aired on Sunday night. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But last night I was featured. I was the first video up. So I want to thank him for that. And hopefully I can get some more for you, Metalhead Hippie, so you can put up more videos. It's kind of tough to do anything with this e-learning going on here. And there's just so much I have to get done around here before winter. And I'll try to get it out for you, and I'm not sure I'll be there every week, but hopefully I can make every show. And I really enjoy the show a lot. So I want to give a big shout out to Metalhead Hippie for what he's doing and his program and the time he's taking to put out this content, and the sponsors that are helping him. So big, huge thanks to all of you guys. Now I want to get to the point of this video. I wish that I was playing for you guys, but it's a lot to get done today. But I did want to make a video on something that kind of irked me. And I think that I have good reason to be irked about it, because it just seems like it's just a snake oil deal. And in the title you can see it's Fender, right? I love Fender. I personally don't think there's a better guitar company as far as electrics. Okay, I mean, you can disagree with me and agree with me, but I've been playing an American Standard, not this one, but an American Standard since 1990. It was my first real guitar, and I was 20 years old. And so I know this guitar like the back of my hand. Now this particular one is a 2008. I'm sorry for the sun reflection. It's pretty rough. But I just want to talk about what's going on with Fender. I mean, they're trying to sell guitars. First of all, I mean, let's be honest about it. Let's talk about the American Standard line, because this is how I know that, these guitars. This is the name I know them by. Now they're called American Professional, and so they changed that name, and they put a few different things in the guitar. This one is a rebuild from 2008. Like, they just went from ground up and redid the whole thing. And in the last 2 years, I modified it. Well, you're asking, what did I modify the guitar with? Pretty much exactly what they're selling the new guitar for. The videos of Fender, I mean, they got full-blown promo team out there with this new Professional 2, the American Professional 2 series, and everything going on with that. I just kind of want to just cut through the bullshit a little bit about it, because I call bullshit on a lot of it. What's different from the Professional 2 compared to the last 5 years model, the Professional, since they changed the name? Not a lot. They claim to have redone the neck. This is a C neck. This is the best neck I've ever played on. You can't play on a better... As far as Fender guitars go, like modern ones, I dare anybody to find a better neck than the standards to play on. And you don't have to have big hands and all that stuff. It's just a really good neck to play on. If this was my only guitar I ever had to play on, which I did for so many years, have an American Standard, since 1990 till 2008, when I finally sold it. That was my only guitar. So what's different? What does Fender claim that they've done different? This right here. This is cut out and kind of like, shaped to where your hand can get in there easily. The electronics. Now, I didn't do this to this guitar, but I do have it done on the guitar that I did the Eddie Van Halen tribute to. The SRV tribute guitar. Now, on my guitar, you flip out the volume, and if you take the pickup selector, sorry, I can't get this in the light very well. Take a pickup selector, go all the way to the bridge, and you pull the knob, you get bridge and neck. Put it to the second position, and you get all three. So it's basically putting the neck in any pickup configuration. It doesn't really work with it doesn't really work with the middle, we'll say Stevie Ray position and then neck position. Only really the back two, because call this the second position, the Clapton position, where you get all three pickups. Okay, so they put that circuit in there. But we've been doing that circuit for over 10, 15 years. They've been doing that circuit. So I don't know what the deal is with that. It's good that they added it. It's good, but it should have been added a long time ago. My biggest gripe with what Fender is claiming: cold rolled steel block. Cold rolled steel block. Well, let me get this ad out of here. Can't stand these damn ads that pop up. You know what a cold rolled steel block is? That's a cold rolled steel block with raw vintage springs that I installed. Okay, let me see it. I'll insert some pictures of my installation when I did this. That is a Callahan block. That is pretty much the only block that you can put in for an American Standard, because it's, when you order this stuff for these guitars, there's teeny little measurements that, only align with the exact guitars and don't align with Mexican guitars. Or no, Fender has a whole line, like over 10 different lines of Fender series guitars, like Affinity. Now they brought back the Road Worn, but each one of those guitars has to be made from somewhere. Some are made from Mexico. I don't know which any of them are made from China or Indonesia. I don't know, but I only deal with the American ones. American all the way. So that modification I did myself. That's what a cold rolled steel block looks like. Okay? A real block. Now the block that they put in is not one of these blocks. Have it here. Let me put this guitar back so I can get the other one. Where did I put it? I just redid this basement, so you have to excuse me. A box of You Fix It junk. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the block that I took out of that guitar. See how it's beveled? Do you know why this bevel is here? So you can do the tremolo a lot further. This would be great as a cold rolled steel block, because that's what it is. I'm not sure if this is mixed with anything. I don't think so. My block I put in is 1060 steel. I'm not sure what these blocks from 2008 are. This is the same block that they have in the current Professional 2 model. Now the real cold rolled steel block doesn't have this bevel. It's just a, it looks like that, and it's all the way around, as we could see. So their claims are, that's what I have a problem with. When they said cold rolled steel block, when the whole promo fucking thing came out the other day, I was like, oh wow, they finally put a decent block in there. Now this doesn't sound bad. I mean, it doesn't sound bad on a new guitar. It's just they're just chopping some off for the tremolo. But I was like, wow, they actually put a real block in there, which I found weird. But I found a video today that actually the German guy on he does all the demos and he acts like a nut job. He demythed a lot of this with these new guitars, which is great. Henning, that's his name, Henning. If any of you guys watch that show, watch that show, because he demyths a lot of stuff that these guys came out with, and puts it where it needs to be, right? He calls it for what it is. If it's BS, he calls it for BS. So that's why he's cool to have around, because he's not just going to accept one of their guitars and be like, well, yeah, I'm just going to play their game and send out the snake oil. Now, I'm not saying this because I hate Fender. I'm definitely not a Fender hater, but I don't like the bullshit, and I can talk because I have the evidence. I did the work. What's different? Main point, what's different about the professional 2 compared to the professional? Those electronics are different. The block's not different. The bone nut's not different. I think that they have that cutout part on the back of the guitar, sort of like the Strat Ultra, which is a really good guitar. Actually, let's spend your money on that one. You'll be getting a lot more. It is what it is. This is their line now. Okay, it went from the professional to the professional 2. All the professionals are gone. You know, you can find one used, whatever, but there's not this big godly, you know, God came down and put his hand on the Strat and said, okay, you are the best Strat that has ever been made. It doesn't happen like that. It's not what's happening here. It's a promo job, you know. Fender has to put out the guitar again with these additions to it, and they have to make it sound like it's the best Strat that they've ever made in the world. So, and I'm only telling you guys that don't go into your guitars and fuck around with them, and you buy a American Standard, American Professional, and you leave it the way it is, and you don't tinker with it. Or now, I won't do electronics. I won't do soldering. I won't do electronics because I just don't like soldering. I don't like wiring. I don't like electrical work. The most I'll do is tubes. You know, replace them and rebias them. Any other stuff I won't do. I'm not one of those amp people. So I don't switch out 1,000 pickups because I'm in the pickup rabbit hole. But I just wanted to clear that up because it's a shitload of videos out now about the new professional Strat 2. You know, there's nothing wrong with the one before it. Now, that mod that I did on the bridge, you can do if you have an American Standard or if you have a Mexican guitar. You just have to go to Amazon, and it shows you all the blocks and which one will fit your guitar. Now, it specifically says for all American Standard Fenders, use this block here. So because the American Standard stuff, like I said, is dimensionally a little different and all the parts than any other guitar. You can't put parts from that guitar onto a Mexican guitar and anything like that. It just doesn't line up right. But it was just bothering me. Like, I'm like, should I make this video and just demystify what's going on? They didn't reinvent the wheel. Okay, it's just some stuff that they say they put on there that you have to have a person who's actually done the work tell you, bullshit. Yeah, you know, okay. At least they didn't change the price. That's the good thing about it. At least they kept the price the same. You know what, $1,400? It's a great guitar. I mean, it's probably the best guitar in the world, in my opinion. I love the Fender American Standard, the American Professional, whatever one you get is a good ass guitar. Solid as fuck. And you're not going to have too many issues with it. The one that I had from 1990, the pickups were, they had to go. I had to put Seymour's in there. But any of these new pickups, like these V-Mods, the V-Mod pickups they're bragging about, great. You know, listen to it. It sounds fucking great. You know, you don't really have to go dicking around with it. But I just have to clear that up for anybody that thinks that they're going to plunk down $1,400 and they're going to get this whole, you know, big ordeal that's been redone from the ground up. Nah, it hasn't been. And there's still a lot of stuff that could be redone on it. when I did the solid block from Callahan, and I put the raw vintage springs on there, it sounds like $1 million. It honestly, you know, and I'm not saying it sounds like vintage. I don't actually never really have got into the whole vintage Fender thing, but it sounds excellent. It's good enough. It's really actually really good enough, you know. So that's on that. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, big thanks to Metalhead Hippie. He's doing some great stuff over there. Go check him out. Some other stuff I want to talk about, I can't remember right now. Yeah, I was spotlighted on that, and it's cool. You know, everybody's cool, and it's a great thing. More people should be doing things like that in this guitar community, and so all right. I guess that's been babbling enough about stuff, but something bugs you, you gotta let it out, you know. So thanks to Eric C, Dave Byron, Ed, Dana, Blackjack, Tiny Dragon, good buddies. All my new subs, sorry, all my new recent subs that I got. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you for giving my stuff a listen. Hopefully I should be putting more stuff out. It's just Chicago right now. Now we're in another lockdown, and it's just getting bad over here again. And I don't know, man. It's just depressing. It's aggravating as fuck. It's like, come on already. This is just... my prayers go out to anybody that has had this virus, anything like this virus. My prayers go out to you, and I'm thinking of you. I recently heard a few people have contracted something like it, and praying for you. You know, it's right around the corner, guys. It's like right there. Just have to stay away from it. But you don't know who has it, where it's at. It's like the invisible ghost that's trying to touch you and you can't see it. That's what the coronavirus is, you know? It's right there. It's all around you. Just have to watch out. So, all right. Thanks for listening. Bye.